I usually have problems with these things because I'm very short. My name is Ali Makhzoom. I'm founder and chief executive farmer at Lifelab. And I'm here to talk to you about the future of food. You see, we all take it for granted, our ability to just go to a store, a grocery store, and whenever we need food, pick out the fresh stuff we want and take it home. Very soon we're not going to be able to do that anymore because the world is running out of food. There's no nicer way to say this, but we literally are. And I'm not talking about third world countries, I'm talking about all of us. Food security is not a third world country anymore. The problem is that the demand is rising big time. I'm sure a lot of you have read the doomsday statistics about 9.7 billion people on the face of the planet by 2050, which is very true. What's also true is that this is going to drive up demand by 70%. And when supply should be trying to drag itself upwards and upgrade itself to catch up with this demand, it's actually not. It's going in the opposite direction. Many problems, dwindling supplies of arable land, of water, seasonality, weather conditions, pests, and the use of pesticides all cause farmers big problems, including massive crop losses, a lack of predictability, or very low predictability, and very low profits, which is making farmers leave the field altogether. Now, there's been a lot of ways to try and solve this, and I want you to say hello to my little friend. We call it the Life Cube. It's a modular vertical hydroponic system that's fully automated. It runs itself. It grows 200 plants per square meter using 90% less water, 75% less labor, and achieving rapid ROI, which allows our farmers to grow 365 days a year using no pesticides, no herbicides, with no more guesswork and no more crop losses. Now, our target market is quite big and quite diverse. As you can see from the numbers, these are fresh food imports, by the way, and this is how we assess our markets. If a country has very large fresh fruit imports, it means they have a problem producing that food themselves, and that's where we come in. And by the way, in the States, the 70 billion is not the entire fresh food market, it's only the organic food market. So, and we think these guys are going to be the biggest competitors to our farmers. Now, as you can see, there's farmers, there's food processing companies, there's F&B chains, and there's fresh food distributors and resellers. And those are small segments of our market, but the main segment that we want to target is governments, NGOs, donors, because what we want to do is become the company that governments and NGOs go to create entire new agriculture ecosystems, either in places they didn't exist before or in places they're going obsolete. Our go-to-market is going to focus around attaining strategic partners. We don't want to scale up, we don't want to pay too much money to scale up outside. So what we're going to do is, we've already started talking to several, starting in Lebanon and going outwards. We're going to start a model farm of ours in Lebanon that will allow us to gain exposure, it will get us revenue, and it'll allow us to conduct educational activities. We're going to be bringing school kids and university students, as well as our farmers. It'll help us onboard and train our farmers on site. They don't have to buy our technology and try it at home first, so we can do that on site, and it'll put them in a much better position to be able to make a purchasing decision. Our revenue model is quite simple. There's an initial setup charge that we charge for the primary installation, and then there's recurring fees. There's support, maintenance, spare parts. We sell them all the supplies they require every month to grow everything they need. And also there's the revenues from the model farm itself, and an online trade management system that's a future project, and we're going to use it to connect our farmers to a selection of wholesale buyers. We have quite a bit of competition, very little local and mostly international. You have your traditional agro companies, and you have the hydroponic technology providers, and there's quite a few of those. And also we have your organic producers. These are the indirect competition, the organic producers and the hydroponic producers as well, and these will be competing with our clients. Now here we took Freight Farms, which is an American company that builds container farms. They build a 22-foot container farm, a 20-foot container, that grows about 800 lettuces and costs $85,000. So you split that down by plant space, and each plant is costing you $106 initial cost, whereas it's $12 for Lifelab. If you're interested, we'll explain the details a little later. Our power consumption is 30% below them. production volume per square meter compared to a greenhouse, they can multiply it by 5, we can multiply it by 15. And the ROI, theirs is 8.8 years, so good luck making money anytime soon out of that, compared to 2.5 years for higher than average farm. Traction and projects, we started about 6 years ago as an individual research operation with the target of optimizing hydroponics for commercial feasibility. We registered in 2015, we became an SAL, and we got our first projects last year. We got a small pilot in Brumana that's been growing amazingly for a year and a half now, over 70 varieties of greens. And we have another one in Kura, which is 100 square meters, and it grows 7,400 plants, and it's almost done. You can come and see it next week if you like. Funding, we've raised about 261K so far, a mixture between personal funding, angels, and 1VC, as well as few competitions that we've won. We've gotten quite a bit of press and media attention, and they approached us, so we're quite confident saying that we have quite a few friends who will be willing to cover us in the future when we need them. So our team is about 12 people who work on any given project, and we have quite diverse backgrounds from design to engineering to agroengineering, and we have a bunch of technicians that work with us, as well as our usual advisors and mentors. And well, in the end, I want to thank everybody for coming here. I want to thank Agrytech and the Dutch Embassy as well. Thank you very much. And please do come visit our booth outside. We're looking forward to your support, whether financial, whether technical, whether just advice. Visit our booth and let us know what you think. Thank you.